The Global Banking Summit is significant for a number of reasons, but the primary reason is this unique collaboration. And this collaboration is looking at the challenges facing the financial services. It's that unique collaboration which makes this event stand out above any else that we attend.
To me, this event seems to be different in many ways. It's much more interactive. It's also opening up for discussions with peers, and that's something I very much enjoy. Many of the vendors that I've met here certainly have some very strong value propositions and that are relevant to the business, at least I'm in. So I think it's a great selection. Some small companies, startups that having some exciting products, and also some of the big familiar names.
So I think the reasons why this conference differs and why there's so much value for why we continue to attend is really because of the level of intimacy that we have with our customers. It's so many conferences. You go in and you have people talking specifically about features and what's your roadmap and what's this product and how does it stack against a vendor. And instead we are able to have a conversation that says, what are your top 3 challenges? How do those challenges impact the business? What's going on from, an overall banking industry perspective, benchmarks, who's the leader, who's the laggard, what can we do to work with you in terms of getting you where you need to be. And we get to talk to a whole different set of people across the entire banking industry. So for example, today we had conversations with the Chief Digital Officer, an architect who's responsible for business intelligence, somebody who is responsible for innovation programs, and none of them talked about a product.
The organizers select always a very careful mix of vendors, and I find it very interesting because they're typically unexpected names, and you get very high quality time. For me, the Global Banking Summit stands apart as a conference for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's quite an interactive format. Number 2, there are senior people and interesting vendors. And number 3, I think it's quite away from the crowd, so you really are into it.
It's just simply the value that we have because these are all of our critical customers, and we know that being able to engage with them in this type of a forum is going to lead to a lot of dividends in the long term.
I get invited to a number of events in my role, and even though a lot of the invitations are really interesting, this one actually stood out, and what I particularly liked was the format. Not that many people, a lot of focus on personal networking, not that many presentation with slides, but more workshop format, and having a chance to speak to others in similar roles and situations. That's what really made the difference. So the Global Banking Summit, I think, is a really excellent way to spend your time trying to get further input.
So this is the second time that we've come to the Global Banking Summit, and the first time was done with my team, that I wasn't here personally, but they shared that this was a very impactful event. We closed a number of deals in just a very short period of time after the original event that we came to. And they felt that it would be good for me to get personal exposure to the event and to understand how the process worked and the type of opportunities that we could generate as a result.